Alright guys, welcome back. So if you watched my last video and you were paying any attention better than I was, you will know that I harvested the canola and then tried to dump it at the old grain mill that only takes wheat and barley, and I just dumped it all on the ground, and that is not what you want to do, especially early game when maybe not every dollar counts, but definitely every $1,000 count. So I'll get back to that in a second, but I'm going to go ahead and fuel up. And I'm going to go ahead, I want to paint, I've got a little extra money, and I'm about to go cash in on this, so I'm feeling pretty good about my financials. And so I'm going to go ahead and paint this guy a little, like a deep red. I don't think this influences, let's have a look at it. Oh, it didn't do shit. Let's see. Done repainting. Let's see. Do I just need to wash it? Is that what it is? Yeah. Okay. All right. So that looks pretty good. It's kind of like preschool-y colors and lettering, but that's okay. I like it all right. We'll get used to it. Almost matches my shirt. Okay. So anyway, I am going to take this over. I have canola. I have a trailer full of canola. And so what I did yesterday was I accidentally took the canola over here because I thought I had wheat, and I was trying to sell it for $5.29 instead of the local price of $3.52. And I thought I was smart, and I went and dumped canola down the drain over here. Now I lucked out, and I had an autosave file that took me back. Probably wasted about 20 minutes of in real life time, but I mean, you're talking, that's nothing. So I dumped a whole trailer full of this canola on the ground. Now I'm actually going to take it to the right spot. I'm going to take it, it's not there. Where is it? Up here? Yeah. Up here, and sell it for $700 per ton. And I'm not great with the metric system, being from the US and using all of our weird transitions, but or whatever, you know, conversions for different things. But this trailer holds 4,200 kilos, so it's about 900 kilos per ton. So we've got about 4 tons with an extra 600, so about 4.6, 4.7 tons. Am I doing that right? Maybe, is it 3, not 4? No, it's 4. All right, so I think we've got about 4.7 tons, and we decided this stuff was selling for about 700 a ton. I don't know why they don't just weigh this in tons if they're gonna sell it in tons. But so we've got 4.6, 4.7. We're gonna sell it for 700. We should be at least 2,800 for 4, and then call it another half. 3150. I mean, that'd be a pretty good haul for one trailer full, because I think we're going to be able to get about 2.5 trailer full. So I mean, I'm just really thankful that I was able to get that old save file auto saved. Only lost about 20 minutes of time. Kind of nice even. And what I did is I went ahead, if you watched the last video, or if you didn't, I guess, the 2 starter fields is what I'm harvesting right now. I just got the harvester. I'm getting the in the grain trailer. I haven't picked up any of the other equipment yet, really. Couple things. The plow, obviously, the tractor. But I don't think I've gotten anything else. I've still got to go. I think I got the seeder, but I haven't brought it home yet. Didn't get the bale trailer. I know I'm going to have to go get that probably once I start harvesting the wheat field. But anyway, I'll kind of save that for another video, because it just takes time with the driving around and things like that. But anyway, really thankful for that save file, because now it saved me whatever I'm about to make right now. And I've got 1,015 euros. And so this right here is what I dumped on the ground, and then went and found that old save file. And it even told me, it was like, you're dumping stuff on the ground. And I was like, how? And now I realize how, because I was dumping canola. So that was solid. I mean, we pulled about, we're at 4,000 now. I mean, more or less, we were at about 1,000. We pulled about $3,000 on that. So I'm happy with that. The math works out. I thought the game was glitched. I was like, what happened? I just sold this whole grain trailer and I thought it was wheat and I dumped it all over the ground and you didn't pay me for it. You know, the game is very unforgiving in that way. Like, if you've got your harvester and it is not lined up with your trailer, or you're dumping this trailer, it's not like it dumps on the ground and you can come through with a front loader and load it up and put it in the trailer like a farming simulator. Like, there's no forgiveness. It basically is absorbed into the earth and gone forever if you spill over the side, if you dump at the wrong station. So just know, while this is still, I don't know if they're still developing the game. It's a little bit older now. What's funny though is it's a little bit older, but I will say I saw that the original, at least the way it's showing up online, was a 2017 for this game. I don't know if that's true, but even if it was a 2020 game, it's 2025 now. We're 5 years in, and this is not a bad game at all. I mean, I think I picked it up on a console for $7. And as farming games go, I mean, you pretty much get Farming Simulator. There might be a couple of others, but there's not. I would say this is even if you prefer Farming Simulator, you prefer something else, as far as simulation-y farming games go, this has got to be a top 3, regardless of who you are. And to be able to pick this game up and it still holds good playability, I mean, really good hours. Tens of hours, maybe even 100 hours. I'm only, I don't know, maybe 5 hours in right now. But I could see this holding a solid 100+ hours of playtime, enjoyable playtime. You can pick it up for $7. That is, in my opinion, that's really good. It's got its limitations, right? Like, if you're trying to compare it to Farming Simulator, then yeah, it's different. But as farming games go, I mean, I give them credit. If they're still updating it, then even more credit. So I'm going to keep harvesting this field. You can see I tried to get a similar paint job on the two of these. I don't know, it's really, really glossy. But whatever. I'm being picky. It's a super glossy color. I wanted to go with a red. I'm going to theme the barn, the farm, sort of in a red way. At least for now. So I'm going to keep getting this field here harvested. It really is amazing how quickly, I mean, I don't know what... Watch out, little pig. Dead. I don't know what size the next combines are, but I mean, you can barely do a pass on this field without capping out the combine, and that's with canola. I don't know how this compares to like a farming simulator type game, or if it's like real similar with the yields, but I know in like farm sim, canola per acre, per hectare, you're gonna get a higher yield of a wheat per hectare or acre than you are canola. So I mean, if that's true in this game, then I'm gonna go over to this field and get the wheat. And what happened there? Okay. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to even roll the combine forward without it being full on the wheat side. We'll find out. Just because... No, why? Did I lift the header? I guess I did. Yeah, I just expect the wheat to fill up the trailer even faster. And then, I mean, if we can only make a less than a pass on a strip on a small field, the starter fields, then this is going to be wild until we get another harvester. And I don't see me getting another harvester. I think it's got to be grain trailer first to save these back and forth trips, and then possibly a bigger plow if there's going to be a lot of plow jobs for social points and things like that. And then definitely more fields, probably cows. And I would think another tractor, a faster tractor, would also help with just delivery times, transport jobs, if you want to use the tractor for that. Little stuff like that. I mean, I don't know when you get to upgrading the combine, so I mean, I guess it could just be early game you opt for paying for a hired worker to harvest these fields. I mean, I'm even kind of interested in doing that on the wheat field. I'm a little worried about the wheat field. I guess I could do a save file and just test it. I'm afraid if I hire a worker to do the wheat field that I'm not going to get the hay. I mean, that'd be kind of silly. I want to get the hay to bale it, to fill up the cow barn, and then I guess sell any remaining. I don't know. I haven't watched or read too much about the game, so I mean, are cows like obviously worth it? Because I think for me, my style of play, I don't see me driving a fertilizer spreader and then manure. I guess I'm just gonna hit this scarecrow. I hope it's just kind of glitches through. Yeah, so I don't see me not paying, say, $400 for this field to avoid paying, manually doing fertilizer and manure on this field, which are both going to, the fertilizer is going to cost me money. I don't know how much. Obviously, it's going to cost me time, and I don't necessarily enjoy. Drive, buddy. That level of mundanity, I don't mind doing part of the process and like being involved, but I don't really love doing every aspect, especially as I get more fields. Right now it's fun just to be here and kind of grind it out, but I can't imagine as I get more fields that I'm going to want to, like, for instance, go plow 10 fields in a row to get ready for season. So we'll see how we feel later. Let's see, how full am I here? 82. That means I don't believe I can carry. Oh, I gotta switch over. I don't believe I can take a full unload here. Nope. So that's that. We're at $3,900 now. So what I plan to do is I'm going to take this over and we need to eat a little something. I'm going to take this over and dump it over here. Let me mark that on the map. I just like to be sure I know where I'm going until I get a little more comfortable. I'm going to take this and dump it. I'm going to go ahead. This is the second load, by the way, on this field. And this field is, can I see from here? It is 57% harvested. And there's still grain in that trailer. Did I look at that right? 57% harvested? Let me see real quick. 57% harvested. So I believe I'm going to be able to get 2 more trailers full. Whoa. And if 2 more trailers full on top of this one. So I think I'm going to get 12,000 in total yield, total revenue. Yeah, in total revenue for this field, 12,000. And I think it's only about, if you pay for, I kind of ran through it mentally. If you pay someone to do all the work for your field, I believe you pay about $2,000. And if that's true and you can pay, I think it just comes down to how you enjoy playing the game, because what are these people doing running? It's crazy. If you can pay $2,000 and then get $12,000 in revenue, then whether or not you want to manually work your fields or pay someone to work your fields, especially when you consider out of that $2,000 you would pay to have all the pieces of work done, you're going to pay for a little bit of gas, probably a couple tanks in this tractor at least. You're going to pay for seed, back and forth to the seed store potentially. You're going to pay for the fertilizer. So I mean, it's not a full 2,000 you're spending. I don't know how much that'd be. Maybe it's nominal or whatever, but you know, I think you're closer to maybe $1,500, even $1,000 of a net payout to have someone else do the field on a $12,000 revenue. So, you know, you can probably, you know, make $12,000 and canola, you know, and I don't know what I'm going to get on the wheat. I guess looks like a little bit less. I don't know what the hay bales are going to sell for. So a little bit less, I imagine, for the wheat overall. But I mean, still, you're talking 10% of your profit margins or something like that is what you're going to cut down to by having somebody do it. That, to me, if you can get 90% profit margin or even 80, then no brainer. Really even less. I don't know what my cutoff point would be. Probably 60-70%. I'd cut off somewhere in there. So it's well worth it. There we go. We are up to, look at that, $6,800. All right. One thing I was going to do real quick, just, you can see on the way back to the homestead, one of these joggers over here wants some spicy pumpkin soup. So it's just a good idea when you're out and about. Look for things you can, okay, I'm early to the game. I don't know why I'm giving advice, but you know, from my very minimal experience playing the game, and I think I'm a relatively optimized person as a whole. If you see an opportunity, just keep an eye out on your map for an opportunity. If it's a transport job, if it's a one of these, you know, lady wants some soup while she's out jogging. Like, this is crazy, some of the stuff. And keep an eye out too. I see another jogger out in the distance. Swagging past that field. Just keep an eye out. They will move. I mean, they move pretty quick. They go to running, and you mark your map, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna give this lady some soup on my way back to the home, and they just take off running on you. So I'm going to zoom in and kind of see exactly where they are. They're at the farm here. Kind of worked their way over to this side of it, it looked like, maybe. And so I'll say that combined, keep an eye on your map, but also just keep a few extra things in your inventory. For situations like this. Like, this worked out perfect today. I happened to keep 5 spicy pumpkin soups on hand, and then what do you know, she's walking across the street now. She's moved. 4 spicy pumpkin soups is what this lady wants in the middle of her walk.
Hello.
And so obviously when you meet someone, you want to go ahead and flirt with them.
What's with that sweet talk?
She doesn't like that sweet talk, but she kind of does. Look up there. Mia seems to like you a bit more, so she's playing hard to get a little bit, and that's fine. But, and then we're going to say, is there something I can help you with? Oh, yeah, I do. I just want a lot of soup.
Care to buy it for me?
Yeah, I'll buy it for you. 126 euros. So just kind of on the way home.
Thank you.
You know, it's less about the money. To me, I get 126 euros, sure, but I get 250 social points. And I believe, I hope I did. Did I win? I just want to make sure it's checked off. Yeah. So I'll head back to the homestead now. But, you know, a little situation like that, keeping a few things on hand. Yeah, 252 social points. And to me, I know we have a lot, 62,400 social points, but I think the social points are gonna be the tricky thing in this game, because I haven't seen an opportunity to get social points. At the beginning of the game, when you knock out the farm, you get like 50,000 social points, and you're talking to Oliver and he's creeping you out, and all that, and you're getting your social points. But then after that, it's slim pickings. And like this field right here, let's see if I wanted to buy this field. See, this is going to cost me 26,000 social points if I wanted to get a nice discount, right? 13,000, that's nice. I can get a nice discount, but it seems like money in this game is easier to come by than social points. And those social points, if I were to spend, what was that, 26,000 right there, I would no longer be able to hire help for my field. And then I'm going to have to hire out, right? So I think I'm at a point, or I'm going to have to do it all myself manually, which, you know, if you want to grind in the game and that's fun, then cool. But if you want that option to be able to hire out when you want to, if you want to me, it's a big option. Like it's a big deal not being able to do that. So you just don't even have the option. So what I would do with my first 50,000 social points, and what I am doing, is I would basically count that as zero. Like, do not touch your first 50,000. It's like a credit card. It's like, look, if you don't have the money in the bank to pay off the bill, then don't swipe the card. Same thing here. If you don't have the money in the bank above 50,000 social points, don't spend your social points. Right now, I'm basically looking at this as I have 12,400 social points, and they need 26,000 for me to get that field. Then I got to pay cash, or I got to find another 14,000 social points. And the crazy thing is, it's going to be way easier for me to find, I believe, $26,000 than it is for me to find another 14,000 social points by far, not even close. So that's my take. I'm going to get back to harvesting this field, and what I'll do is I'll pick back up in the next video. I will finish harvesting this field, I'll finish selling, we'll see where we're at, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off, goodness, I'm glitching out a little bit here. I'm going to harvest that wheat field, and we're going to have a busy day, because I have got to go in the next video. I got to get this old baler, and on top of getting the old baler, I'm going to have to get, I don't need the manure spreader, I'm not doing that, the hay wagon. I'm going to need the baler and the hay wagon, and I'm not going to need this fertilizer either, so I can kind of skip out on these two. You know, I get a couple social points, nothing crazy, but I'm going to get the next video, my goal, at least, you know, I try to keep these videos under an hour and it goes by fast. My goal is going to be to harvest the wheat field, sell it down at Old Hills Mill down here. Let's see. Yeah, the old mill. And then turn around and go get the baler and the hay wagon, bring those back, and we know how long that's going to take, driving that back and forth. And then I'm going to get the hay, and I'm going to fill up the shed, the cow shed, at least halfway full for if I want to get cows in the future. And then I'm going to sell the rest of the hay somewhere. I thought I saw somewhere there's an ag market or something like that. Oh, I think it's just here. I think I can sell oh yeah, here we go. Grains and bells. So it doesn't give me a bell price, but we'll figure it out, and I'm sure it'll be enough to make it worth driving the truck over there, the tractor. So anyway, I'll catch you guys on the next video, and yeah, we'll get going on some hay.